Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today I stand before you to speak about a woman who walks alone, unaccompanied by a partner, but guided by something far greater, her own strength, her own purpose, her own choice. Strength in solitude is one of the most profound and often misunderstood qualities a person can embody. In a world that constantly celebrates togetherness, partnerships, and external validation, the act of walking alone, choosing independence over dependency, often invites questions, assumptions, and even criticism. Yet solitude holds a unique power, a transformative potential that allows an individual to grow in ways that cannot be replicated in the presence of others. It is not merely about being alone, it is about embracing the opportunities that come with standing independently, navigating life on one's terms, and developing an unshakable core of self-reliance and resilience. To walk alone is to face oneself in the truest sense. When there are no distractions from a partner or a constant social circle, a person is left with their thoughts, fears, dreams, and doubts. This solitude strips away the noise of the outside world, forcing an individual to confront their inner world. For many, this is an uncomfortable process. It can be daunting to sit with one's thoughts and emotions without the buffer of external validation. However, it is in these moments of discomfort that strength begins to take root. By facing one's own vulnerabilities, a person learns to understand and accept them, transforming what once felt like weakness into a source of power. Solitude allows for the development of self-awareness, which is the cornerstone of strength. In the absence of constant feedback from others, an individual has the opportunity to understand who they are at their core. What are their values, their aspirations, their non-negotiables? These are questions that are often overlooked when life is crowded with external influences. Solitude creates the space for these reflections, enabling a person to build a life that is truly aligned with their authentic self. This alignment, in turn, fosters confidence and inner peace as the individual becomes less swayed by the opinions and expectations of others. Another profound aspect of strength in solitude is the resilience it fosters. Life is inherently unpredictable, and there will inevitably be times when external support systems are unavailable. In these moments, a person who has cultivated strength in solitude is better equipped to navigate challenges. They have developed the tools to self-soothe, problem-solve, and persevere without relying on others to fill the gaps. This resilience is not about rejecting help when it is needed, but about knowing that one's survival and success are not contingent upon external factors. It is the confidence that no matter what happens, one has the ability to endure and thrive. Solitude also provides the freedom to explore and grow without compromise. In relationships or groups, there is often a need to accommodate others' preferences, goals, or limitations. While collaboration and compromise are valuable skills, they can sometimes come at the expense of personal growth. Walking alone removes these constraints, allowing an individual to pursue their passions and ambitions without hesitation. This freedom can lead to a deeper sense of fulfillment, as the individual is able to dedicate their time and energy to what truly matters to them. It is in this space of unencumbered exploration that people often discover their greatest potential. Furthermore, strength in solitude is not about rejecting relationships or connections, but about understanding that one's worth is not defined by them. Society often equates being alone with being lonely or incomplete, but this is a false narrative. Solitude is not a lack of connection, but a different type of connection, one with oneself. This self-connection is what allows an individual to enter relationships from a place of abundance rather than need. When a person is secure in their solitude, they do not seek a partner or friend to fill a void, but to share in their already fulfilling life. This shift in perspective can lead to healthier, more balanced relationships as they are built on mutual respect and shared values rather than dependency. Another dimension of strength in solitude is its capacity to inspire others. In a society that often pressures individuals to conform to traditional paths, those who walk alone serve as a powerful reminder that there are alternative ways to live a meaningful life. Their independence challenges the status quo, encouraging others to question their own assumptions and consider what they truly want out of life. By simply existing as an example of strength in solitude, these individuals contribute to a broader cultural shift toward valuing authenticity and self-reliance. Lastly, solitude creates the space for deep creativity and innovation. Many of history's greatest thinkers, artists, and leaders have attributed their breakthroughs to periods of solitude. Without the distractions of social obligations or the influence of others' opinions, the mind is free to wander, to question, and to create. This creative energy is not limited to artistic endeavors. It can manifest in problem-solving, strategic thinking, and personal growth. The clarity that comes from solitude often leads insights that would be difficult to achieve in the midst of constant noise and interaction. Strength in solitude is not about isolation or rejecting the value of connection. It is about cultivating a relationship with oneself that is so strong, so grounded, that it becomes the foundation for everything else in life. It is a quiet, steadfast strength that grows not in the absence of challenges, but through the intentional embrace of them. This strength is not always visible or celebrated, but it is one of the most powerful forces a person can possess. The pursuit of purpose is a fundamental aspect of the human experience, a driving force that compels individuals to seek meaning and direction in their lives. It is more than a fleeting desire or a vague ambition. It is the deep, enduring search for something that gives life coherence and significance. Purpose is not handed down or easily discovered. It must be cultivated, shaped, and often fought for amidst the complexities and challenges of existence. For those who walk alone, the pursuit of purpose becomes even more essential, serving as a guiding light and a source of profound strength. To pursue purpose is to embark on a journey of self-discovery. It requires asking fundamental questions about one's values, passions, and long-term vision. What truly matters? What brings joy, fulfillment, or a sense of contribution? These questions are not always easy to answer, and they often evolve over time. The process demands introspection, trial and error, and the willingness to confront uncertainty. Purpose is rarely something that appears fully formed. Instead, it emerges gradually as one explores and engages with the world. The pursuit itself becomes an act of creation, a process of shaping one's identity and defining one's place in the larger tapestry of life. This journey is deeply personal, and it often involves resisting societal pressures and expectations. The world is filled with voices that attempt to dictate what a successful or meaningful life should look like. Whether it's the pursuit of wealth, status, or conventional relationships, these external benchmarks can create a false sense of purpose that ultimately leaves individuals feeling unfulfilled. To pursue true purpose, one must learn to differentiate between what society values and what aligns with one's inner truth. This requires a level of courage and self-awareness, as it often means stepping away from the crowd and forging a unique path. The pursuit of purpose also entails a willingness to embrace challenges and setbacks. Purpose is not something that comes easily or without struggle. It is often forged in the crucible of adversity. When pursuing a meaningful goal or vision, obstacles are inevitable. There will be moments of doubt, failure, and frustration. However, it is through these trials that individuals develop resilience, grit, and a deeper connection to their purpose. The challenges encountered along the way serve to clarify and strengthen one's commitment, revealing the true depth of one's passion and resolve. Moreover, purpose provides a sense of direction and focus that anchors individuals amidst the chaos of life. In a world filled with distractions and competing priorities, it is easy to feel overwhelmed or adrift. Purpose acts as a compass, helping individuals make decisions that are aligned with their long-term vision. It provides a framework for prioritizing actions and evaluating opportunities. With purpose as a guide, individuals can navigate life with greater clarity and confidence, knowing that their choices are contributing to something meaningful and significant. The pursuit of purpose also transforms the way individuals perceive their experiences and interactions. When life is guided by a clear sense of purpose, even mundane or challenging tasks take on a new dimension of meaning. Purpose infuses daily actions with a sense of intentionality, connecting them to a larger narrative. This shift in perspective can bring a profound sense of fulfillment, as individuals come to see their efforts as part of a greater whole. Purpose also shapes the way individuals relate to others, fostering a sense of connection and shared humanity. By pursuing a purpose that contributes to the well-being of others or the greater good, individuals create ripple effects that extend beyond themselves. Purpose is not static, it is dynamic and evolving. What feels purposeful at one stage of life may shift or change as individuals grow and gain new insights. This fluidity is not a sign of failure or inconsistency, but a reflection of the ever-changing nature of life. The pursuit of purpose requires a willingness to adapt and reassess, to let go of what no longer serves and embrace new possibilities. This flexibility allows individuals to remain aligned with their authentic selves, even as circumstances and priorities change. For those who walk alone, the pursuit of purpose takes on an even deeper significance. Without the constant presence of a partner or external validation, purpose becomes a source of inner strength and stability. It provides a sense of belonging and identity that is independent of external relationships. Walking alone allows for an undistracted focus on personal growth and exploration, creating the space to fully commit to one's purpose. It is through this commitment that individuals find not only meaning but also a profound sense of empowerment. The pursuit of purpose is not a destination but an ongoing journey. It is a process of continual learning, growth, and exploration. Each step taken in pursuit of purpose brings new challenges, opportunities, and insights. It is a journey that requires patience, perseverance, and a deep connection to one's inner self. Along the way, individuals discover the strength, resilience, and creativity that come from living a life guided by meaning. The pursuit itself becomes a testament to the human spirit's capacity for growth, transformation, and transcendence. The idea that a person is incomplete without a partner is one of the most pervasive myths embedded in our culture, shaping the way people view themselves and their relationships. This belief is often reinforced through stories, traditions, and societal norms that suggest that fulfillment, happiness, and even identity are tied to finding and being with another person. While relationships can indeed bring joy, connection, and support, the notion that they are essential for a person to be whole or complete is a distortion that undermines the incredible potential for self-completion and individuality. The myth of completion imposes limitations on personal growth, fuels dependency, and diminishes the inherent worth of a person as they stand on their own. This myth often begins to take root early in life, shaped by the narratives we encounter in literature, media, and the social fabric that surrounds us. Popular stories and cultural expectations paint a picture of romantic relationships as the ultimate goal, a solution to all of life's challenges and the key to unlocking true happiness. This narrative, while comforting to some, creates an illusion that perpetuates the idea that being single or walking alone is a deficiency or failure. For those who internalize this belief, it can lead to feelings of inadequacy or unworthiness, fostering a perception that life is incomplete until this external validation is attained. However, the truth is that no partner, no matter how loving or supportive, can provide the sense of completeness that must ultimately come from within. Placing the responsibility for one's fulfillment on another person not only sets unrealistic expectations, but also places undue pressure on relationships. When the myth of completion is internalized, relationships can become transactional, with one or both parties looking to the other to fill emotional voids or provide a sense of identity. This dynamic often leads to disappointment, as the burden of being someone's missing piece is one that no partner can realistically carry. A deeper understanding of self-completion reveals that wholeness is not something granted by another, but something cultivated through self-awareness, self-acceptance, and personal growth. The journey to feeling complete is an inward one, requiring individuals to confront their fears, insecurities, and unmet needs without relying on external sources for resolution. This process is not easy, as it involves embracing one's flaws and imperfections while simultaneously recognizing one's strengths and potential. Yet it is through this work that individuals come to understand that they are inherently whole, capable, and worthy, regardless of their relationship status. The myth of completion also obscures the many benefits of walking alone or choosing solitude. It fails to acknowledge the profound growth, freedom, and empowerment that can come from focusing on oneself. When individuals prioritize their own goals, passions, and personal development, they unlock a reservoir of inner strength and creativity that might otherwise remain untapped. This period of solitude is not a void to be filled, but an opportunity to explore life's possibilities without compromise or distraction. It is a time to build a foundation of self-reliance and resilience, qualities that are essential for navigating the complexities of life. For those who choose to embrace this path, the myth of completion becomes increasingly irrelevant. They begin to see that life is not about finding someone to make them whole, but about building a life that reflects their values, dreams, and aspirations. This realization frees them from the pressure to conform to societal expectations or settle for relationships that do not align with their authentic selves. Instead, they are able to approach relationships if and when they choose from a place of abundance rather than need. Rather than seeking a partner to complete them, they seek one who complements their already fulfilling life. Another damaging aspect of the myth of completion is the way it invalidates other forms of connection and fulfillment. It places romantic relationships on a pedestal, often to the exclusion of friendships, family bonds, and other meaningful connections. This narrow focus diminishes the rich tapestry of human relationships and the many ways in which individuals can find love, support, and belonging. By breaking free from the myth, individuals open themselves up to a broader understanding of connection, one that values the diversity and depth of relationships beyond the romantic ideal. Breaking away from the myth of completion also requires challenging societal norms and expectations. It involves questioning the messages that equate singlehood with loneliness or suggest that a person's worth is tied to their relationship status. This cultural shift is not always easy, as it requires individuals to confront deeply ingrained beliefs and navigate the judgments of others. However, it is through this process of questioning and redefining that individuals reclaim their autonomy and rewrite their narratives. They begin to see that their value is not contingent on external validation, but is inherent in their existence as unique, multifaceted beings. The myth of completion, while deeply ingrained, is ultimately a construct that can be dismantled through self-awareness, intentionality, and a commitment to living authentically. It is a process of recognizing that true fulfillment does not come from external sources, but from within, through the conscious effort to cultivate a life that is meaningful and aligned with one's deepest values. As individuals break free from this myth, they come to understand that completion is not something to be achieved or granted. It is something that has been within them all along. Courage to defy norms is one of the most powerful and transformative acts a person can undertake, yet it is also one of the most challenging. Norms, by their very nature, are deeply embedded in society, shaping expectations, behaviors, and perceptions of what is considered acceptable or desirable. These unwritten rules govern everything from career choices to personal relationships, and even to how individuals present themselves to the world. To defy these norms is to risk criticism, rejection, and misunderstanding, but it is also to claim one's agency, authenticity, and freedom. The courage to step outside of societal expectations often begins with a recognition that conformity, while comfortable, does not always align with one's true self or desired path. The act of defying norms requires a deep understanding of what those norms represent and how they influence individuals. Many norms exist to provide structure and predictability in society, but they often become rigid and oppressive, stifling creativity, diversity, and individual expression. These norms can create pressure to follow a predefined script, one that may not resonate with every person. For example, there may be societal expectations to marry by a certain age, pursue specific careers, or prioritize external markers of success such as wealth or status. These expectations can feel overwhelming, particularly for those who sense that their aspirations lie elsewhere. The decision to challenge these norms is not taken lightly, as it involves confronting both internal fears and external resistance. At the heart of this courage is the willingness to embrace uncertainty. Norms provide a sense of security because they offer a clear framework for what is deemed acceptable. When someone steps outside of this framework, they often enter uncharted territory where there are no guarantees of acceptance or approval. This uncertainty can be intimidating, as it requires individuals to trust their instincts and convictions without the reassurance of societal validation. However, it is precisely in this space of uncertainty that growth and transformation occur. By stepping beyond the boundaries of convention, individuals create opportunities to explore their authentic selves and discover new possibilities. Defying norms also requires resilience in the face of judgment and criticism. Society often reacts harshly to those who challenge its expectations, as their actions can be perceived as a threat to the status quo. Those who choose to walk a different path may face skepticism, ridicule, or even ostracism from others. This backlash can be especially difficult when it comes from loved ones or close communities, as their disapproval can feel deeply personal. Yet those who defy norms understand that their worth is not determined by others' opinions. They recognize that staying true to themselves is more important than gaining external approval, even when it comes at a cost. Another critical aspect of this courage is the ability to confront one's own fears and doubts. The desire to fit in and be accepted is a deeply ingrained human instinct, and stepping outside of societal norms often triggers feelings of vulnerability and self-doubt. Individuals may question whether they are making the right choice or worry about the consequences of their actions. These internal struggles can be as challenging as the external pressures they face. However, those who possess the courage to defy norms learn to navigate these fears, using them as opportunities for self-reflection and growth. They come to understand that fear is not a signal to retreat, but a sign that they are stepping into new and meaningful territory. The courage to defy norms is also deeply connected to the pursuit of authenticity. Living in alignment with one's values, passions, and beliefs often requires breaking away from conventional expectations. This alignment is not always easy to achieve, as it involves a willingness to prioritize personal truth over societal acceptance. It requires individuals to ask themselves difficult questions about what truly matters to them and to make decisions that reflect those priorities, even when those decisions go against the grain. This pursuit of authenticity is not about rejecting all norms, but about critically examining which ones serve one's growth and which ones hinder it. For many, defying norms also serves as an act of empowerment, both for themselves and for others. By challenging the status quo, individuals create space for new perspectives, ideas, and ways of being. Their actions can inspire others to question their own assumptions and consider alternative paths. This ripple effect can lead to broader cultural shifts, as more people feel empowered to challenge outdated or limiting norms. In this way, the courage to defy norms becomes a catalyst for change, fostering a society that values individuality, diversity, and innovation. Defying norms often involves taking risks, but it also opens the door to immense rewards. It allows individuals to live more fully and authentically, free from the constraints of societal expectations that may not align with their true selves. It creates opportunities to forge deeper connections with others who share similar values or aspirations, as well as to contribute to the world in meaningful and unconventional ways. These rewards, while not guaranteed, are often worth the challenges faced along the way. The courage to defy norms is not something that comes naturally or easily. It is a quality that must be cultivated through self-awareness, intentionality, and practice. It involves small acts of defiance as well as larger, more transformative decisions. Over time, these acts build a sense of confidence and empowerment, reinforcing the belief that living authentically is more fulfilling than conforming to expectations. Those who choose this path understand that true freedom lies not in following the rules, but in having the courage to rewrite them. Through their actions, they demonstrate that life's most meaningful rewards often come from stepping outside of the comfort zone and embracing the unknown. Accountability and responsibility are foundational principles that shape the way individuals navigate their lives and interact with the world. These concepts are not just abstract ideals, but tangible practices that demand effort, discipline, and integrity. They involve acknowledging the consequences of one's actions, making conscious decisions, and taking ownership of the outcomes, whether positive or negative. In a society that often seeks to shift blame or avoid personal fault, embracing accountability and responsibility becomes a powerful act of self-mastery and growth. Together, they form the backbone of trust, reliability, and progress, both on a personal and collective level. To be accountable is to recognize that one's actions matter, that they have an impact not only on oneself but also on others. This recognition creates a sense of ownership over choices and behaviors, instilling a deeper awareness of how those choices align with one's values and goals. Accountability begins with honesty, not only with others but also with oneself. It requires the courage to face the truth about one's actions, motivations, and mistakes, even when it is uncomfortable or inconvenient. This level of honesty is not about self-punishment or dwelling on faults, but about creating a clear foundation from which to grow and improve. Responsibility goes hand in hand with accountability, encompassing the proactive aspect of taking charge of one's duties, obligations, and commitments. It is about understanding the role one plays in various areas of life, whether as a family member, friend, professional, or citizen, and acting with intention and reliability in those roles. Responsibility is not merely about fulfilling obligations because they are required, but about doing so with a sense of purpose and integrity. It reflects a commitment to contributing to the well-being of others and to the greater good, rather than acting solely out of self-interest. Together, accountability and responsibility foster a sense of empowerment. When individuals take ownership of their lives, they realize that they have the power to influence outcomes and shape their circumstances. This sense of agency replaces a victim mentality, which often leads to feelings of helplessness and frustration. By contrast, those who embrace accountability and responsibility understand that while they may not control everything that happens to them, they have control over how they respond. This mindset creates resilience and adaptability, as individuals are better equipped to navigate challenges and setbacks with clarity and purpose. Accountability and responsibility also play a critical role in building trust, both personally and professionally. In relationships, trust is earned through consistent actions that demonstrate reliability and integrity. When individuals are accountable, they show others that they can be counted on to follow through on their commitments and to own up to their mistakes when they fall short. This transparency strengthens connections and fosters mutual respect, as others see that they are dealing with someone who values honesty and fairness. Similarly, in professional settings, responsibility is a key indicator of competence and dependability, qualities that are essential for effective collaboration and leadership. A significant aspect of accountability and responsibility is the ability to admit and learn from mistakes. Mistakes are an inevitable part of life, but how individuals handle them reveals their character and commitment to growth. Those who embrace accountability do not shy away from acknowledging when they have erred. Instead, they view mistakes as opportunities for learning and improvement. By taking responsibility for their actions, they demonstrate humility and a willingness to grow, which earns them respect and credibility. This approach contrasts with the tendency to deflect blame or make excuses, which undermines trust and prevents meaningful progress. At the same time, accountability and responsibility require balance and discernment. While taking ownership is essential, it is equally important to recognize the boundaries of one's control and to avoid taking on undue blame or burdens that belong to others. This balance involves understanding where one's responsibilities begin and end, as well as fostering a sense of shared accountability in group settings. In collaborative environments, everyone has a role to play, and true progress comes from a collective commitment to accountability and responsibility. On a broader scale, these principles extend beyond individual actions to encompass social and global responsibilities. Being accountable means considering the impact of one's choices on the larger community and environment. It involves recognizing that personal decisions, whether related to consumption, behavior, or advocacy, contribute to the collective well-being. Responsibility in this context is about taking action to address societal issues, promote justice, and create positive change. This broader perspective highlights the interconnectedness of accountability and responsibility, showing that they are not just personal virtues but essential components of a functioning and ethical society. Cultivating accountability and responsibility is an ongoing process that requires self-awareness, discipline, and reflection. It begins with setting clear intentions and aligning actions with values. It involves regularly evaluating one's progress, acknowledging areas for improvement, and making adjustments as needed. This process is not always linear or straightforward, as it requires navigating challenges, conflicts, and competing priorities. However, each step taken toward greater accountability and responsibility contributes to personal growth and a stronger sense of purpose. The practice of accountability and responsibility also has a ripple effect, influencing and inspiring others. When individuals model these principles, they set a standard for those around them, encouraging others to act with integrity and ownership. This influence extends to families, workplaces, and communities, creating a culture of trust, reliability, and shared commitment. By embracing these values, individuals not only improve their own lives, but also contribute to a broader environment of accountability and responsibility. The beauty of choice lies in its power to define the essence of what it means to be human. Choice is more than a simple act of decision-making. It is the embodiment of freedom, agency, and individuality. It represents the ability to navigate life with intention, to carve a path that reflects personal desires, values, and aspirations. The opportunity to make choices allows people to shape their own destinies and gives life its richness and meaning. This capacity to choose is both a gift and a responsibility, and it holds the potential for profound transformation and self-discovery. At its core, choice is an affirmation of autonomy. It is the assertion that individuals have the power to direct their lives according to their own beliefs and priorities. This autonomy fosters a sense of ownership over one's experiences, creating a life that is self-directed rather than dictated by external forces. The beauty of this lies in its capacity to honor the uniqueness of each person, allowing them to embrace their individuality and forge a path that is entirely their own. In a world where conformity often exerts a strong pull, the ability to choose independently is a declaration of authenticity and self-respect. Choice is also a source of growth and learning. Every decision, no matter how small, carries the potential to teach important lessons. Choices often involve weighing options, considering consequences, and navigating uncertainty. These processes cultivate critical thinking, emotional intelligence, and a deeper understanding of one's own values and priorities. Even when choices lead to mistakes or challenges, they provide opportunities for reflection and improvement. Through these experiences, individuals gain clarity about who they are and what they stand for, strengthening their ability to make decisions that align with their true selves. The beauty of choice is further amplified by the endless possibilities it creates. Life is a dynamic and ever-changing canvas, and choice allows individuals to paint it with colors of their own making. The ability to choose means that there is no single predetermined path. Instead, there are countless directions to explore. This freedom fosters creativity and innovation as individuals are empowered to experiment, dream, and pursue their passions. The choices made in the pursuit of these aspirations contribute to a life filled with purpose and fulfillment, as each decision reflects a commitment to living authentically. Choice also holds the power to shape relationships and connections. The decisions individuals make about how they interact with others, whether to offer kindness, support, or understanding, have a profound impact on the quality of their relationships. Choosing to invest in meaningful connections, to listen, to empathize, and to prioritize the well-being of others fosters a sense of belonging and mutual respect. These choices enrich life, creating bonds that are built on trust, shared values, and a genuine desire to nurture one another's growth. The beauty of these relational choices lies in their capacity to create a ripple effect, spreading positivity and strengthening the fabric of communities. With choice comes responsibility, a facet that underscores its profound significance. Every decision carries consequences not only for the individual but often for others in the world at large. The beauty of this responsibility is that it encourages mindfulness and intentionality. When individuals recognize the impact of their choices, they are more likely to act with care and consideration. This sense of responsibility extends to all aspects of life, from personal habits and relationships to broader societal and environmental concerns. The ability to choose, paired with the awareness of its effects, becomes a powerful tool for creating a life and a world that reflect one's values and aspirations. Choice is also deeply intertwined with the concept of resilience. Life is full of uncertainties, challenges, and circumstances that are beyond control. However, within these moments lies the power to choose how to respond. The ability to make choices in the face of adversity is a testament to human strength and adaptability. It is through these choices that individuals find ways to move forward, to rebuild, and to grow stronger. The beauty of this resilience lies in its capacity to transform difficulties into opportunities for learning, healing, and renewal. Furthermore, choice is a celebration of diversity and individuality. Each person's unique combination of experiences, perspectives, and aspirations shapes the choices they make. This diversity of thought and action enriches the world, creating a tapestry of creativity, culture, and innovation. The beauty of choice is evident in the countless ways individuals express themselves through their art, their work, their relationships, and their contributions to society. By embracing and honoring these diverse choices, people collectively create a world that is vibrant, dynamic, and full of possibility. The beauty of choice is not diminished by its complexity. While some decisions are straightforward, others require navigating ambiguity and uncertainty. The process of making difficult choices, though challenging, is a testament to human courage and perseverance. It reflects a willingness to face the unknown, to take risks, and to stand by one's convictions. This bravery is a reminder of the strength and determination that lie within each person, qualities that are brought to light through the act of choosing. Ultimately, the beauty of choice lies in its transformative power. It is through choices that individuals evolve, relationships deepen, and societies progress. The act of choosing is a declaration of agency and a reflection of humanity's limitless potential. By embracing the freedom to choose, people create lives that are meaningful, dynamic, and uniquely their own.